Whoopi Goldberg recently said that being black in America is like being Iranian. Her exact words were, "Not if you're black." Let's unpack that, because if you're going to compare black life in America to life under one of the most repressive regimes on earth, you better have the numbers. First, let's be honest. Police brutality in America is real. Roughly 250 to 300 black Americans are killed by police each year. That is unacceptable. But let's compare that to what actually drives black death in this country. Each year, around 10,000 black Americans are murdered, and over 90,000 of those killings are committed by other black Americans. So if we're talking raw risk, black people are 30 to 35 times more likely to die from community violence than from police brutality. Now let's hold that up against Iran. In 2024, the Iranian regime executed over 900 people. Many for things like, speaking out, being gay, or protesting the government. In one protest wave alone, over 550 civilians were murdered by the regime, including children. In Iran, there is no free press, no freedom of speech, and no due process. You can disappear for a tweet. You can be beaten for your clothes. You can be imprisoned for listening to music. Meanwhile, in America, black Americans are graduating college in record numbers, leading startups, and in case you missed it, the new CEO of Red Lobster is a young black man named, I'm going to pronounce this guy's name wrong and I apologize, Damola Adamolkanu? Anyway, he's the guy who used to run P.F. Chang's, and I don't mean like, a franchise, like the company. None of this means racism doesn't exist. It absolutely does. But when you say black Americans are like Iranians, you're not helping. You're erasing hard-won progress and blurring the line between injustice and tyranny. Now, why does that matter? Because false comparisons distort how we think. Psychology tells us that people rely on analogies to understand risk. If the analogy is wrong, the reaction is wrong. According to moral psychologists like Jonathan Haidt, these overblown comparisons don't lead to action. They lead to tribalism and fear. They make us defend the narrative instead of fixing the problem. And here's the kicker. Whoopi hasn't walked it back. No correction, no nuance, nothing. So I'll say what she didn't. Black life in America is far from perfect, but it is not Iran. And if we want to keep making progress, we need truth, for the love of God, not trauma bait.